Welcome to Contemporary Black Voices, where on this show we tell our stories our way. And my name is Dr. Sharon Michael Chadwell, and with me today we also have Chris Dawkins and Caleb Alexander. Well, our topic today is going to be about the, the possible or the current tariffs, depending on how Trump is looking at the situation, and the impact those tariffs will have on the Black community. And there's a lot to consider when we start thinking about these tariffs. One, economic disparities. Two, job losses. Three, food insecurity, and much more. So before we get started, we would like for you to hit the like and subscribe button that you see. And also, we ask that you engage with us through comments. So let's go ahead and get this show started. So this week, last night, however way you want to look at it, Trump was doing tariffs. Trump's not going to do tariffs. He's pushing off tariffs till April the 2nd. But I think that even with this yo-yo effect, I think we as a Black community really need to think about how these tariffs will impact our homes. So, and also those who have job losses, what can be done, and also the economic disparities that we'll see. So let's talk about job losses. How will these tariffs impact us more than anybody else?
Well, those people who haven't been affected from the federal government from a job loss, it'll be those private industries that are suffering the tariffs that will not be able to maintain their current workforce because of what the tariffs are bringing forth. Everybody knows that if you bring these tariffs, we really don't know the integral details as to which countries do what, how they do it, how that's going to affect us, and different things like that. But I can tell you it will affect us. We can just look at Canada, where his last thing saying that he was going to make it, what, a 250% tariff? How can you make it 250%? I thought 100% was as far as you can go. How you make it 250%? But anyway, that's what he said he was going to do. And as far as the jobs are concerned, when you talk about home building and all the lumber that's coming in, we can look right there. Number one, you're deporting all the immigrants who are the people who are building the homes and so forth. So they're already been affected. And the next thing is, does that mean that those people who are Black or brown that are in this country legally, does that mean that they are going to be forced to do those jobs because they don't have any other ways of making income?
I think that what we're getting ready to see in terms of being forced to do jobs, they're going to add another layer to the private prison industry and have a construction team. I really do. I really think that this is just their means of moving us from our current economic, where we're comfortable at economically, to where eventually we're going to be seeing more Blacks, especially Black men in particular, doing what we hadn't done in the past, and that's construction, roofing, things like that.
I think another example of how this affects us. I mean, cars are jumping up 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think one of them, like a GMC Denali, jumped up almost $20,000 in price. So what's going to happen is people are going to stop buying cars, and that's going to lay off a lot of folks. And we all know that a lot of Black folks work in the automotive industry, Detroit, in those areas. And so that's how it's going to affect us economically. You know what I mean? Anytime there's any kind of economic slowdown, you know what I mean? We're the first to feel it because of the nature of our jobs, the nature of our employment. We do a lot of stuff in the service industry. So, we'll definitely feel it once these tariffs hit and they start really affecting the economy. Like they said, when America catches the cold, Black folks catch the flu, you know what I mean? So we feel it before anybody and worse than anybody, and we're the last to recover from it. So I think we definitely need to be on the lookout. This wishy-washy, I mean, he thought it was a great idea and he's using it for political purposes. And then when the stock market starts dropping 600 points every day, and he gets those phone calls And
From
then
his
all of a sudden,
billionaire friends.
from his buddies, yeah. And then all of a sudden, he's, oh, well, we're going to delay tariffs. Oh, well, we're not going to, oh, we're going to exempt this. We're going to exempt the cars. We're going to exempt this. It's not the way it works. You know what I mean? And I guess he didn't, it's not, the administration is not full of bright folks. And so the simple fact of the matter is, you can't just tariff one thing and not expect it to
Have a ripple effect.
right into other industries. The other thing is they have this overestimation of the power of America, not realizing Canada can fight back, Mexico can fight back. And again, like you were talking about, lumber, oil, a lot of oil. Remember the big thing about Canadian oil sands and all that stuff?
Electricity.
Oil, but yeah, a lot. Canada can fight back.
Well, you know, this week I saw a video come on my feed to where Mexico truly showed us how to close a border. The main highway between Mexico and Texas, they pulled a large. You can see them pulling a large fence, a large gate barrier between Mexico and Texas. I mean, they showed us that, yeah, we're going to show you how this is done. And so even though those are fruits, vegetables, and whatever else we import from Mexico, again, stock people in stores, cashiers, just basic laborers in these different areas, they're going to be impacted.
I know this is not, you know, what we're really talking about, impacting jobs we're talking about. But the question that I have is, it's going to take a long time to reverse this, if it ever gets reversed. I don't know what the Trump administration's long-term plan is. I know he wants to remain for another term. He wants to remain with a forever term, okay? So if you're building that gate, let's say in Mexico on the highway, and you get another president or somebody comes in and says, hey, look, we want you to open up the gate, and we don't trust y'all no more, okay? We ain't ready to open it up right now. You know, we got some stuff going on. We've developed our own little situation in our country. We're helping our people more or whatever. You want it to be by yourself. But until you can prove yourself, okay, we ain't opening up nothing.
I mean, if you look at the rest of the world looking at it, it's like you left all those people to get slaughtered in Vietnam. We watched y'all scrambling, taking off on the helicopters from the rooftops. And you left when the Viet Cong entered into Saigon, all those people got slaughtered. We watched you do the same thing to the Kurds. You promised the Kurds that you were going to be behind them, and you left them. Saddam slaughtered the Kurds. We watched it in Afghanistan. You guys were jumping on the aircraft when the Taliban was rolling in, and you left all those people to get slaughtered by the Taliban. It's like, why should we trust you? Why do we, you know what I'm saying? And the most dangerous part of that, right, which a lot of people may not understand, is that one, the American dollar is not backed by gold. It's backed by the full faith and credit of the United States. And if you have no credibility, then we have no credibility in your money.
This is the best time for any of the other countries to step in and not make the dollar the standard for American
trade or the world currency, right?
Whatever.
And right, because look, if we don't believe in it no more,
Yeah.
we don't believe in you. We don't believe in your word.
But Caleb, let's stop there, and we're going to take a break, and we'll come right back, and then we'll talk about it more on the other side.
Okay.